Hello, welcome back to Bugle Backouts. I'm Martin.
I'm John.
And I'm Luke.
And welcome to our second week in a row with the new chapter approved missions. So, is this your first game of new missions? Or you played one? Or
We played one, but very lightly, didn't we?
We did Recover the Relics for a bit of a fun game.
Yeah.
That was good.
Okay. So today we're playing the mission Tide of Conviction, which is basically the new version of Overrun. So for this game, it's going to be a hold 2 for 4 points, hold 3 for 8, and more for 12. The second scoring primary is in turns 1 to 4. If you hold your opponent's objective, end of your turn, you score 2 primary points. And at the end of the game, if you control your opponent's zone, you have 4, and the 2 in the territory, so table half, is another 2 points each. So there's a big swing at the end possible. And the other mission rule for this one is you only get your command point back in the command phase if you hold your objective in your deployment zones. So shenanigans again there. So today we have something a little bit different.
Yeah.
We have your army being played by Luke.
Yeah.
And it's not salamanders, it's
Imperial Fists.
Yeah. Okay. And we have your Death Guard being played by you for the first time.
Yes, love it.
So yeah, again, swapping armies here for a bit of fun and trying out new future projects, possibly. Who knows? So, look at the table right now. So we've got obscuring with the ruins and the rocks in each corner. Opposite corners is dense. Then we have big obscuring rocks down through the middle with true line of sight down under the bridge. And the containers are obscuring as well. And 2 craters with difficult ground for the -2 movement. So, that's the table, that's the mission. So let's look at army lists. Who's more confident about what they know?
Well, I've never played Death Guard before, although I think I've written a pretty good list.
Let's start with you, because you're smiling as fuck.
I'm just really happy to like play. It's just like brilliant. It's just like a free go on a completely different army. So
You've waited
I like to mix up my Warhammer quite a bit.
You've been starved of new chaos, haven't you?
Yeah, I wait for chaos to come out. But it's on its way apparently, so there's some leaks coming, which is quite positive. So we'll see. But Death Guard, classic army. Loved them for a long time. Just never got around to buying another army. But Luke's kindly let me borrow this, and he's got the goodies at home. So I'm hoping going to show him how to use them.
Okay, so let's go through your list. What are you playing?
I am playing. This is where it's going to get a bit complicated. Okay, so play Death Guard as the Inoctorable. I've got Mortarion in, so it's a super heavy, isn't it? And then I've got a battalion in after that as well. 3 plague boss crawlers, loads of proxies, loads of troops, loads of filth. Should be good. And that's about it, really. I can't really tell you anymore.
Who's your Mortarion's warlord?
Yeah.
What warlord traits has he got?
All of them.
You spent about half an hour looking for him.
Yeah, he's pretty much got all of them. So
he's got the 3 comes with.
Yeah, the Arch Contaminator, Disgusting Resilience. He's Future
Living Plague.
This is terrible.
And you've given him an extra one, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've given him the one where he turns off auras.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
When he's pretty close.
Oh, you can't reroll.
I've got lots of contagion shenanigans going on as well, so that was to extend auras everywhere. That was pretty good, so I wanted to see if I could do something like that. It sounds very, very complicated.
So you got a Lord of Contagion as well, yeah?
Contagion, yeah.
Has he got any upgrades given to him? Or is he just standard?
Lord of Contagion has the Unstable Sickness and Reaper and the Orb of Desiccation, so he's got a relic. Which is, oh no, it's not a relic actually, it's just a different weapon
pathogen
option, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Unstable Sickness.
There's some mortal wounds.
Yeah, and then the Malignant Plaguecaster, I've given him the Plague Skull of Glorithia.
Yeah, so in movement phase you chuck it, and in the movement phase it's loads of mortal wounds.
Yeah, so mortal wounds for him.
Yeah.
A few flails in through the Terminators there.
Yeah.
And then 3 Death Shroud as well to finish off.
And you got your scrappy guy.
Yeah, I've got my Flamer guy. And he's got the Relic, which is basically... I've only played against it once or twice, but it's nice to actually be able to use it and see if it comes off.
Don't count as charging when you charge it. Your opponent charges in, so then you get to fight first.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, and he's got to fight first as well, hasn't he?
And then what's your outloads on your paintbrush trawlers?
They've got the spitters and the mortars and the heavy stubbers on each. So pretty much the nasty.
Cannons, isn't it?
Yeah, the cannons. Sorry. Oh yeah, not the flamers. Yeah, the cannons.
I'd rather you have them.
Yeah, they've got the cannons on each.
Yeah.
Essentially, las cannons, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, but better.
But better.
And how many command points? And what's your points on that one?
So I start off with 4 CP because I spent them all on relics. Obviously the battalion as well.
But you don't have to spend anything for him. He refunds.
Yeah, he does, but then I've got a battalion on top because I'm 2 detachments.
Yeah, but if
So
your
that's
warlord's
3.
in the Supreme Command, he refunds your battalion.
Yeah, but then I still spent 3 on another detachment. Because
No.
because he's in his own, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's free.
Free.
Yeah.
He's free and battalion's free.
Battalion isn't free.
It's-
Only free if your warlord's in it.
Unless you run in Supreme Command.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so then I've spent a lot on relics.
So you got 7?
Yeah,
That's a lot on relics.
it is, but the Death Guard relics are so good. And obviously I wrote this list quite a while ago, so that's why I'm struggling to remember what I've actually got.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there.
Because Martin's put me on the spot now, it's completely cocked it up.
Basically, go down below and look at his army list and description.
Yes, please, that would be
And it might be correct.
Oh, it is correct. Battle Scribe says it's correct.
So that's your list. So what about second days? What are we taking for this game?
So I've gone for Engage. I've got good. I think Engage will be good. It'll be interesting to see what I can do. Walk Ritual, because I've got a few psychers. I want to get into the middle and just engage, really. Just go for them.
What's the third one called?
And then spread the COVID, which is the Death Guard specific one, where I can contaminate an objective and basically either try and roll a 4 up or just take D3 mortal wounds on the unit. So it's quite a good one, I think. And three victory points at the end of the game for each one that I do successfully.
Yeah.
Spread COVID to.
Rather than to engage now, it has to be 3 models, a monster or a vehicle. You did think about taking Rod and then refresh yourself on how not very good it is.
Yeah,
No.
well, I just think actually for Rod, I was like, oh yeah, I could take Rod actually because I'm all squads of 5, but I was like, well actually, by the time I get up there into position, Luke's almost certainly going to thin me out a little bit.
And you could fail.
I hope so.
I never fail. Well, I've got a special dice.
Right. So that's the Death Guard, just about. So let's look at the Imperial first. Hopefully you know a bit more what you did.
A little bit. Great to be able to use John's models because I've always wanted those dreadnoughts and all the other stuff he's got. And I'm going to use it against Death Guard. So I've got a captain with Prime Captain with the shield and the sword.
Yeah.
He's got the Warlord trait Indomitable, so he ignores 1, 2s and 3s fail, so it's transhuman. Primaris Librarian. He'd given him Tome of Malkador as an upgrade, so he can pick one from the Space Marines discipline, which is Psychic Fortress.
Yeah, the aura.
And then he's got Aspect of Stone and Tectonic Purge from Imperial Fists, because why not? I've also given him Hand of Dawn, so I can get some CP back potentially at the start of the game. Well, I will. It's D3.
Very nice.
Then a Primaris Tech Marine as well.
Yep.
Keeping it all Primaris. He's got Eye of Hypnoth, which is a great relic. Reroll 1s for wounding in the shooting and melee phase.
Nice.
Yeah, really good.
Really good one. 1 squad of assault intercessors and 2 regular intercessors with bolt rifles.
Yep.
Aggressors, 5 bolt aggressors because I'm Imperial Fists. 5 Blade Guard veterans. They're going to be riding around in a impulsor. With the upgrades for the shield dome and the stubber. Blade Guard, 5 of them.
Yeah, nice. Just
Hopefully they do as well for me as they've done for John when I played him. And then we've got the old classic, the Primaris Apothecary with the Chief Apothecary upgrade and Selfless Healer. And then the 3 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, which I'm really looking forward to running.
All plasma?
All plasma, all rocket pods,
And
bolters,
Gatling guns?
Gatling,
Yep.
everything.
Always
you
wanted
look
to
how
show.
happy he is.
Yeah, I'm happy with them. I'm not happy that Materians ran off over here,
Okay.
but we'll see how that goes. And then we've got 5 Eradicators with Melter rifles.
Very nice. How many command points do you start with?
I start with 9, I believe.
Right, okay. And then what secondaries are you taking?
So I'm going to try and do some oaths at the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's a classic Space Marines one. Assassinate, because Martin told me to. And banners.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so thoughts on the mission? Obviously, you've discussed it pre-game.
The objectives are interestingly placed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this game is going to be quite touchy-feely, quite quick, which I like. You know, I think it's good, isn't it? Because I think the whole point of it is to get wriggling on with the games now, and
it's a really good map set up as well by Martin, so it should be fun.
Okay. So how we're going to do this one is it'll be end of phase discussion. Basically, you won't see all the roles apart from some juicy ones, maybe with the paper trawlers and Mortarion won't be involved.
What about my stuff?
They'll be involved in some way.
it'll be
One way or the other.
It'll be saving throws.
So with that, we'll come back with deployment. Okay, so we are deployed. So let's start with Death Guard. How are you deployed, John?
Oh yeah, so Dawn of War. So PBC over here, one in the centre, one on the other side.
Spread himself out.
Yeah, just to get forward. So tried to give some a bit of cover, but obviously he's countered that quite well.
And then the
All
castle.
the troop in the middle, yeah. All the troop in the middle, really. Spreading the sickness.
And then Imperial Fists. What you got deployed here?
Kind of split my forces in 2, so we've got the Dreadnought support with characters, Blade Guard, and Intercessors.
Yep.
And then over this side, we've got a castle of Gravis and a couple of Intercessor squads and 2 characters.
Okay. So with that, who runs first turn?
Luke can have first turn.
I don't really want first turn, actually. No.
Okay, so 4. So 1. Every Death Guard turn 1. So come back.
Mortarion.
Guard turn 1. So what have you done in your movement and psychic here?
Right, so movement. I did play around with moving and play ball scores, but actually I've just shuffled this one back in behind the terrain here. This one is just shuffled back a little bit, so I'm going to use my range. This mortar's got all the options as well. All the infantry's all advanced up, everything. So the 2 squads of Plague Marines, the Poxies have moved up. Characters all behind in tow as well.
Yep.
Psychic spells didn't go too badly. Morty, I've advanced up.
Yep.
Tried to keep him away from all the devastation over in the other corner. And I've done 4 mortal wounds to these aggressors, which is quite nice, across 2 spells.
Yeah, what did you do? A smite and
Curse of the Leper, you roll
over the
7
toughness.
dice and beat the toughness. So I only got 1 6 there, but that wasn't too
And
bad.
what did you get off here?
Putrid Vitality onto the Poxies to give an extra toughness, and Miasma failed, unfortunately.
Shooting
Yeah,
me.
Very nice. So you can do some shooting and we'll come back. Okay, so before we went into shooting phase, 1 aggressor did die through psychic powers. We also spread a sickness on this objective of the Poxwalkers. Yep. And then what did we do in your shooting phase?
Mortared him from afar.
So we started here.
Yeah.
And you spent
Absolutely
CP.
I actually spent 2 CP on a reroll as well, but I did the splash damage and the flat 3.
Yeah. So we're here, and
to
then
get into-
it did mortal wounds.
Yeah. So
Everything
actually
around
I didn't
it, yeah?
do much on the actual damage itself, but the splash damage, then I got some good
Yeah.
rolls on. So that was pretty cool. Mortared over here again. Mortared over here again.
Yeah.
Got my infantry cannons into one of the redemptors.
Transhuman red on eradicators.
Yeah.
And lost 1. We did lose 4 aggressors.
Not happy with that.
Dreadnought over here, we're down to 9 wounds with some shots from the Plague Water.
Entropy.
And that is it. We passed morale on aggressors. And then end of Death Guard Town 1. Scores 3 points on Spread the COVID.
Yes!
And that is it for scoring for John. So now going into Luke's turn 1.
Yes!
And command phase, you're not going to get a command point. Because he's not on the objective.
I've got an excuse, I'm playing a new army, you've got no excuse.
To be fair, we always, in the previous missions, you always say don't start on the objectives because there's no point.
Yeah.
Now there is a point to start on.
Why didn't neither of you remind me?
Well, you know, I'm neutral here.
Alright.
Right. Imperial Fist, turn 1 next. Okay, Imperial Fist, turn 1. What have you done in your command and movement?
Well, the impulsors come round here, and we've got out with the Blade Guard. They have raised a banner and now they're in the centre for oaths and wholly within. The Tech Marines from +1 to hit on the lead Dreadnought. That Dreadnought's also done the Wisdom of the Ancients equivalent for reroll hits. So I'm rerolling hits and wounds of 1 in this bubble. And the Intercessors have followed up. Done a banner here with these Intercessors. Assault Intercessors have done a banner, and the Apothecary has stitched back together one of the Melter guys, the Eradicators.
I'm back.
And yeah, we're all one back, and that's it.
And you did Psychic Fortress right there.
Yeah, I got Psychic Fortress off, which is useful.
Okay, so into shooting. Are you going to start with the Eradicators?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. This one.
So I believe that's 10 shots.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s, winning, rerolling 1s.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Any other stratagems I can do here? I don't think
No.
so.
Well, unless you've got some fixed ones I don't know about.
So what buffs are you getting from being Imperial Fist and Devastator?
Nothing, because Morty is a monster, so I'm not getting what I need.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Right. Hitting on 3s.
3s, rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1.
See a load of 2s.
There's 3 1s and 2 2s.
Okay. 6 more 2s.
Crap.
Oh dear. That's a 50% hit rate.
That was poor, wasn't it?
That's only 2.
That's not so good.
2. 4 up in 1s.
Yeah.
Oh, both go through.
Are you taking them?
2 them.
Yeah, because I got Feel No Pain anyway, haven't I? 5 off Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
It is confident, yeah.
Roll double 6. Do it.
Oh, you know what? I will. I've got 3 CP, so I may as well go to 2 because 2's all I really need. So,
Nope.
so go on, CP6.
12 damage! Oh, 10 damage!
10 damage. So -1 on both for disgusting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 damage ticks.
Sorry, I got excited then.
5s.
Takes 5.
Down to 13.
It's not great, is it?
Oh, for 2 melters going through, that was
Yeah,
alright,
but yeah.
5 damage.
There was only one guy, technically, wasn't it?
Oh, you glue bastards. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think we're used to you rolling like 6 shots on your fucking 3 damage plasma.
Don't compare
No,
me
so-
and salamanders with eradicators to Luke and some stupid fist faction.
Right, next.
Comes over here, takes your army,
Yeah.
slags you off. Who needs fucking friends when you got him?
Yeah.
We have a bit of bants.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, we'll come back with the rest of the shooting after.
Yeah.
Okay, so end of Iron Imperial Fist shooting, what did we kill?
Killed a Plague Burst Crawler with my Castle of Death.
So, crawler that was here, got plasma to death.
Yep.
Knocked off a couple of Plague Marines here,
Yeah.
and that is it.
I tried to kill Mortarion, didn't work.
Yeah. Playing down to 13 wounds. So end of Imperial Fist turn 1. It's gone 4 points in those. Just in the middle, did fall back, and he killed a vehicle.
Yep.
There's a good score in there, and you got 3 banners up. So then going into Death Guard turn 2, holding 2 objectives. So you have 4 points. Minus 4. Minus 4. And you do get a command point because you hold 2 objectives.
Yay! Up to 3.
Death Guard next. Death Guard turn 2. What have you done?
So I've come around just to make sure I'm still in engagement over here with this playbill squad to get some shots over here. The other playbill squad has moved around to get in range of the Redemptors as well. The Terminators have moved out in advance, but are rubbish rolls so far they've gone anywhere. All of this is pushed up.
Yeah. Spread sickness.
Spread the sickness on here with the 2 remaining Plague Marines and rolled a 3 on mortal wounds again for myself. That was really amazing. Like killing themselves, these Plague Marines. Poxwalkers have moved up as well.
Yep.
Just to screen the characters really.
Morty's can't.
Morty's, yeah, he's just done his normal move over. Tried having a go at some psychic and decided not to do that and took a mortal wound off himself instead.
So what psychic powers have you done?
So the 2 I have done is one from the Malignant Plague Caster, which is Miasma to give him -1. And then Morty came back over and I've extended the contagion range of this squad of Plague Marines here up to 6 so that they are affecting those Blade Guard now.
Yeah. And because you cast with Plaguecaster, Blade Guard took a mortal wound.
Yeah.
Did the miasma not go over 7 then? Or will take another one if you cast it over 7?
Yeah, no, that's why you took a mortal wound.
Right, then the second one didn't work.
Yeah, so I failed
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to re-roll that, yeah.
Okay. So we'll come back after he's done some shooting.
Yep.
Okay, Death Guard, any shooting. What have you killed?
Actually, I've done alright. Quite happy with that. I killed some Blade Guard with some bolters. It was amazing.
Not gonna lie, they've been throwing their fucking handbags throughout. So just
6 damage weapons.
there we go. So what did we kill?
Yeah, managed to get a Redemptor, which was good, and got some more splash damage over there as well with that strat. So it's actually not hitting itself well, but then the strat splash damage is doing well for me, so that's funny. Good.
Any other casualties?
No, actually.
No, not really. Not at all, actually. Because actually, I've got the Death Shroud over there left to
Charge.
spray
Dropped in
some.
Oh
there.
yeah, they got some pistol fire. We'll do.
Yeah. We'll do that in a second. I've got that. But the lantern from Mortarian Demon Primarch missed.
They've got an intercessor.
Oh, I killed 1 intercessor.
Yeah.
Lovely. And that's it, really.
Okay, so what are we doing now? Charges?
The charges.
And you declare charge.
So Morty's going in here. He's going to pop in the back and do.
I'm going to be doing.
So we've got
Overwatch.
which is good for Luke, but he can't re-roll anything. We'll turn it off.
Just roll 6s, you're fine.
Is that? No, that's not a single one, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not a single one.
Because they only work for me. I'm the one true master of those eradicators.
Wow.
Because they know when they get home. I'll
Right,
from
do
the
it then.
fight.
Go on. Have your fun.
Double one.
Will you stop?
5. That's not very good, John. That is a fail.
Yeah, I've got CP re-roll it.
What do you need? You need a 6, do
Six.
you? Oh.
It's just going to sit there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's amazing. Right, okay. What?
How many points is Morty?
490. He's literally done.
And he can't make a
almost
6-inch
nothing.
charge.
He's done almost nothing.
You've newly painted models,
Yeah.
but not for me.
You know what they say about Morty? So he's too short of an inch.
Right, the Shroud are going to go into those intercessors.
Yeah.
So you need a 9 and you can't re-roll now.
No, well, it doesn't matter anyway. I can't roll a 4, 5, 6. Gets a 9.
Yeah, you're 10.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
Yeah.
just leave them there for a minute and do
Yeah.
pistol
I'm
fire.
going to shoot over there. Great one.
Okay.
Right, Morty's stood there.
Yep.
But I've turned the banner off, I guess. That's good, isn't it?
He hasn't lost control of the objective, has he?
Objective secure.
Yeah. So little intercessors just stood there with his banner against the great point mark on what he is and gone, fuck you. Fuck you, buddy.
Do you know what that's called?
Greed. And now there's 5 eradicators right in front of Morty. I'm just going to have to smoke it. Obviously, Mortarian's just going to brave it.
-1 to hit though.
Oh.
And I can't reroll.
Oh. I'm crying inside me now. Okay,
we'll come
right,
back in a
so,
second.
yeah, so
Okay, Death Shroud made it in here. Then we've also charge charging Plague Marines and failed. Foxwalkers charged and got in at the Brade Guard. And we're starting there. And what stratagem have we used?
What's it called?
John's used Mutant Strain.
Mutant Strain.
2 Mortal Wounds, and I've used Pain as a Lesson from the Imperial Fist books to try and ignore Mortal Wounds on 6.
Yeah, so Foxwalkers on 6s do mortal wounds
Yeah.
to you, and the 1s do mortal wounds to yourself.
So he can
And
ignore
you
them
now,
as well.
so you both ignore them on 6s.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you're hitting on 4s?
He's on forward.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
More ones than
that's-
sixes.
That's 4 1s.
Of course it is.
And there's a 1 6.
2 6s.
Oh, 2 6s.
And then all the 4s are hits as well.
Right, so let's take all these out. I'm re-rolling 1s. Does that count?
They're not core. Sorry.
Right, so
They're very good for their points cost, but they don't get that.
Is that in addition the mortal wounds?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Right, so you've got 2 mortals, and then these are your toughness
3, your strength 3, the 4s.
4s. Re-rolling anything?
No, because I don't have any.
So 3 saves.
3 saves to make.
In addition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then 2 mortals.
That you,
So 5 altogether, yeah?
2 are mortal wounds.
Yeah, but it is an addition.
Yeah.
So 5 altogether?
no. Because you still had to rune for those, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just 3.
Yeah, but you only need 4s.
Yeah.
you're on that.
He's got 5 saves to make.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 saves.
5 saves.
5 2 ups. Yes, I get the one I wanted. He does.
Um,
And then feel no pains,
Feel no
3 of them
pains. Yeah, I rolled 3 of them.
on 6s.
Made no difference.
And then you gotta do 4 feel. 3 dead.
Foxwalkers love dying. They just blow up.
1 blade guards. I mean, I've got 2 blade guards and one of them's on 1 in there. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back in a minute. Okay, so, end of combat. Death Shout wiped out the Intercessors, piled into the Librarian of Denta, and Librarian Morpheus Factory. Yeah.
D3 damage!
Lost the Death Shout.
Yeah.
Redenta got a couple wounds through, but he saved them luckily.
Yeah.
And here the Foxwalkers killed some Brade Guard off.
Oh, who have morale?
And have stole the
actually?
objective.
You have morale as well.
On what?
Thank God, have morale. You lost at least 3 pals.
No,
Yeah.
I lost 2.
What do you mean you lost 2?
I've only got 5 in the unit.
Yeah, there's only 2 left.
Did you
5
kill one
minus.
and didn't you kill one turn 1?
No. Didn't even shoot them.
Right.
So on the 16 fell.
5. Oh.
That's it. Okay, so end of Death Guard turn. You're scoring engage on all fronts up to 3 points. Spread the COVID up to 6. And nothing on Warp Ritual.
COVID is everywhere.
So, then going into turn 2 for Imperial Fist.
Yes.
Holding 2 objectives for 4 points.
Yes.
2 banners for 2 points.
Get in there.
So we'll come back with Imperial Fist next. Turn 2 Imperial Fist. What are we doing?
I think maybe as long as yours. I've left in combat, but I've managed to do a smite and get the fortress up again. It's done anything for me so far.
Yep.
Move up with this Redemptor followed by his buddy.
Done Wisdom and healed it,
Yeah. Yeah, +1 to hit. So he's hitting on 2s. I think he's out of the bottom bracket. I mean the middle bracket.
Yep.
I'll try to fit the Blade Guard in here and then try and go into and still claim oaths, but too fat. So they've just moved there, and I've got some bolters coming in to shoot up the Foxwalkers.
Yep.
And then here we've pulled up an aggressor, and that's about it.
Okay. So we'll come back after. Oh, actually, are you going to shoot Eradicators on Morty?
Might as well.
Go on, let's see if you can do it. Second time lucky.
10 shots.
Re-roll anything this time.
No, no rerolls.
Is there anything I can do
No.
that's better?
You don't need to do anything that's better. It's 10 mountain shots, point blank range. And all +2 as well now, don't forget.
6 is also wound, is that a thing?
Not with Eradicators, no.
No, okay.
To hit him.
Fours.
Force.
No rerolls.
Oh, no.
Is that 3 shots?
That's a lot of threes there.
Right, fours. Let's get on with it. Come on. Fours.
That's 2. That's what I did last time.
Okay. 4 ups. Come on. We've got to make 1 this time. He does make 1.
Failed one.
Do you want to re-roll 1?
No. I can't be 1.
Okay, it's melter range.
Yeah. 8.
8 damage.
Which goes to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Quality, not quantity.
7. Yeah, I know. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He takes.
Done 7 wounds. Interesting. So come back and end the shooting. Shooting for the Imperial Fist, what did you shoot? What did the Dreadnoughts do, yeah?
Tried to kill the Death Shroud, didn't work.
No. And this one?
Tried to shoot Materian, didn't work. But I did clear out the Poxwalkers in the middle.
Yes, Poxwalkers were right between the Denter and the Bolters.
Yeah.
We did shoot everything here in Timotarion as well.
Yeah.
And he's down to 7 wounds.
Shrugged pretty much everything off.
So then we went into the charge phase.
Everything's gone in.
Everything's gone in and Mortarion.
Yeah.
So he has aggressors, assault incestors,
Don't have any
captain, apothecary. Has to do 7 wounds. John's got no interrupt. So let's see if you can kill
the big guy.
Who are you going to go with first?
Go with the intercessors because they went in first.
Right, 21 attacks.
Is it?
Yeah. I'll score.
I mean-
21 attacks.
The aggressors would probably be easier to start with.
Alright, do the aggressors.
Right,
How many?
9 attacks.
Right.
2 aggressors, 5 for the sergeant, 4 for the other guy, unless you killed the sergeant earlier.
No. We talked about it.
Hitting on 4s, no rerolls.
So no pause.
No rerolls, let's go.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Wounded on 4s, no rerolls, let's go.
That's 1.
One.
That's 3.
4 up invulnerable save.
Takes
Doesn't
2
make-
damage.
Takes
Becomes
1
1.
damage.
Ignore it on a 5.
Doesn't. 6 wounds remaining.
Come on!
21 attacks,
Attacks.
assault incessors.
Good.
Okay. 21 attacks from the assault incestors. Gene Wolf Might for 6's auto wound.
Grey Knight dice. Working.
4s.
Yeah.
No rerolls.
Nope.
Then 6's. 2 wounds.
6s in there.
2 more.
That's 5, yeah?
5 at
Five
minus
or
1.
One.
It's gonna
And a 5 up. Yep, takes the other one.
Down to 5 wounds.
It's gonna be not enough, is it? That was my best chance. Apothecary gets 5 attacks, I think. Yeah.
Your best attack, your best chance is your captain, probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get there. 5 attacks.
2 hits.
4, yeah, 2 hits. 6s.
Nope. Captain, 6 attacks.
Primary captain.
Get some. Yeah, gosh.
Oh dear.
Power sword, yeah?
Yeah, so 5s. Nothing.
Right, and then the eradicators.
3 attacks normally and then
So
goes.
you got 4 for the Sarge and 3 for the others.
Yeah. 4 for the Sarge, okay.
That's on the charge, that's where your charge
Yeah,
bonus,
yeah. Keep thinking of blood.
16 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 wounds to do.
Not gonna happen, is it?
Right, so 4s.
That's better.
Nice. And 6s.
Question is, who's Mortarion gonna try and kill?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Okay. But now it's the interesting one. Because now it's going to go to a non-charging unit. Are you going to go Death Shout or Mortarion?
I'm going to go with Death Shroud, for sure.
So I'll come back in a minute. End of fight phase, and everything's still here, apart from 2 intercessors? Or
Yeah,
3?
2 gone.
Go on, Morty.
Got to use some more
And
here.
the Dread kill a Death Shroud.
Yeah.
So end of Imperial
Lost my librarian though.
Oh, and a librarian died. That's this.
Thanks.
So end of Imperial Fist turn. Got 7 points on Oaths, still enough on Assassinate and 2 on Banners. Going into Death Guard turn 3, holding 2 objectives and not more. So he scores 4 on the primary. Very slow scoring.
Yep.
So Death Guard next. Death Guard turn 3. So talk us through your command and psychic movements first.
So what I did is I just kind of moved up into the centre space now. Tried to get the Terminators up to support Mortarion here. Did my first psychic ritual here.
Yep.
Tried to bomb him off of this objective here. Managed to survive because of transhuman, which is really good. And got this Redemptor here.
Yeah, we're shooting.
So a bit of
Thanks.
shooting, charges.
He stayed in combat as well.
Yeah.
He got Massimo.
No, I didn't actually. No, he's got that one over there. I've got a few spells off here as well. I've got an aggressor and the other one down to 1 room.
Okay,
That's it.
so charges.
Yeah. The charges, the Terminators are going to go into the Eradicators. Yeah, probably a 2.
Go.
So it's a 6. We're going to charge. You know what? I'm going to try and charge everything here.
Yeah.
This inside 12 into that holster. So we'll go to Plague Marines first. 6.
6 inches.
Should be in, for sure. Can I move this out of the way? Yeah, they're 4 inches. This guy's going to go in leaving a 9.
Fails on 8.
Can't he just follow the inch? Just fall over. They need a 12. Go on. Oh. And he needs a
What went in then?
9. That was
Oh,
the
the
plate.
plate.
Yeah, he needs a 9. Okay, so they're all staying put.
Okay.
And that is it.
Okay,
So Parlin.
so Terminator's going to fight first, eh?
Yeah, you got CP to interrupt, haven't you?
Yeah.
So Terminators will pile in, yeah.
Who told me to charge everything in?
Like so.
I mean,
I made it easier for them.
so end of fight phase. Terminators wiped out the Eradicators. Mortarion killed the Aggressors and the Intercessors. So Terminators left 1 Eradicator left, and he then failed on morale on the 6. Ran away.
Ran off.
This guy survived on morale, and the Death Shroud got Wreck-A-Rolled and died. End of Death Guard turn, going up to 5 on Engage, 6 on COVID, and 4 on Warp Ritual. Going into Imperial Fist turn 3, they've got anything on primary, and 1 banner. So I think what we'll do, we'll run through the last 2 turns off camera and just add up the scores and come back. Because it's not going to take too long, I think.
No.
Okay, so at the end of the game, this is how the scores
Still
would, this is how the scores would look. So John would end up scoring 42 points on the primary, scoring 12 in turn 4 and 5, and getting 10 on overrun primary. Then you get 11 on Engage, 12 on Spread the COVID, and 12 on Warp Ritual.
That's a bit of
So final score 87 points, and Luke unfortunately only get 4 on the primary and 14 on the secondary, so 11 on Oaths and 3 on Banners. So 87 to 28. So come back with the in-game talk. Okay, so that's the end of the game, and it's a bit old landslide for Death Guard.
Oh yeah.
So I stand by what I said. I said it the last game. So I think when these missions start going downhill, they landslide very, very quickly. Because you're both scoring quite low the end game. And then as soon as you start leaning to one side, I think it goes downhill very fast.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the mission? It's the first time playing it, obviously.
I thought the mission was actually really tricky. I mean, I tended to actually not. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. So I was just trying to play like I would do before, where I just aim for 3, 2 minimum, 3 if I can get it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're scoring low as well. But also we're both quite elitist in our footprint of armies, so it's really, really hard to actually. We're all Gravis and aggressors, Terminators, all 5 inches of movement, and so it was slow anyway.
Yeah.
So getting around those objectives was quite hard.
Yeah, definitely better for fast armies, isn't it?
Yeah. Jukari, Phil.
So thoughts on playing each other's armies, I guess. Obviously, you both like haven't checked quite a lot of stuff. That's why we did it off camera.
Yeah.
Because first time you play Death Guard, and you don't play
Marines that much.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like I've got no doubt I've not done any Death Guard players any justice whatsoever. But do you know
I
what?
would say
Like,
that
the whole but like your knowledge on Death Guard, you know, like you were piloting it through me a lot of the time with strats and things like that. What you can do.
Yeah, but your like movement and decisions of when to push and not to push is all yours. And
well, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Don't think Mickey's anything.
I know, it's terrible. But I think they're lovely.
Lovely.
Oh, it was lovely. Bloody lovely. Bloody, you know what? Like, it's nice to be able to actually play this game and not take it too seriously sometimes, and just
That's just fun. It was
just have some fun, yeah, with some mates, and try something different. Especially when you got Martin with, you know, 500,000 units up over here on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's nice to just go and
armies.
say, I want to play that today, and we'll play that today.
Yeah.
I love that. I think we don't do enough of that really.
Yeah, that's true.
Morty.
Would not fucking die.
He's not. He's still there. You know what? Like he didn't really give me a lot. Going 500 point model is the first time I've ever done that, or 490 points before I get excited. But I was expecting him to be absolutely devastating as soon as he got anywhere near anybody. But actually, he's just super, super tanky, and he does have that threat. I think if I was going to kill him, it would. If I was playing against him, it would just be high volume, 1 damage. Flamestorm aggressors. Basically do it. Pump some mortal wounds through him as well. Just make him make those saves.
If you used to have your own Death Guard army, would Morty be in it?
Yeah.
Still? Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know he's an absolutely banging model. Mobility, he's got spells, he can do a bit of everything. I think you just got to make sure he doesn't get one shotted off the table turn 1. So I was really, really careful when I deployed that he was pretty safe.
I think what he struggles with is when you go against, say, Drukai, they go 10 Dark Lances, and you're not avoiding it turn 1 because you can't hide him.
Poison as well.
And they got the speed.
Yeah.
I think it's things like that will just one shot him off table in round 1. But yeah, it's a lot of points.
Yeah. The Death Shroud I thought were really good to actually make it. Okay, you know, I made the charge. You know, you could do 10 times and not make it ever, but
you went from what the fuck's these pistols to his framers to that's fucking really good.
What's the point in having a 3
damage 3,
a strength 3, no AP, 1 damage flamer? What?
Yeah.
Games Workshop, like what is that doing? Doing nothing. It's like a light.
I was going to do a psychic power where it was -2 to any charges, and I didn't bother, and then they got in. If I did that, they wouldn't have got in, but I don't think it would have changed the game at all. I would have had redemptions for a little bit longer.
How did you find Imperial Fists?
I like Imperial Fists, but
they don't like me.
They're a bit crap, aren't they, compared to well, they're not up there with Salamanders or Ultramarines, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then Marines in general aren't up there with the other armies that are doing really well at the moment.
Yeah. But they haven't got their own supplement, so obviously that does help them.
Yeah.
But then compared to something like Iron Hands,
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be another ball game probably with a few changes, but
Yeah.
trouble with them to hearts in any fucking list, to be honest, with Plasma.
Yeah, that's good.
It's just some fucking day combo, right? So.
Yeah, I was hitting on one. I mean, re-rolling ones to hit and wound with that relic.
The Tech Marine, the
Tech Marine,
yeah, your Tech Marine was really spawning them up well. I mean, they got rid of that first burst call the first time. The only reason the other two were still there for as long as they were is because I was just outranging you.
You did well on your entropy cannons, and that just chipped me away. And then down where Mortarion was, he was just on me too quickly, and I shouldn't have charged him with everything because then everything was locked up. I had no shooting.
I'm the TO.
Yeah.
Poor
Martin told me to do it.
Martin told me to do it.
But if it worked and it somehow got him down, then
yeah,
gamble didn't work.
So now you've had a taste of the new mission styles with like the extra layers to it. Obviously, the other missions all very much different, but there's more of that complexity to them.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts comparing it to the old mission packs?
Well, we're gonna have to.
But let me say this way: like, if you was in a tournament, how would you feel with these missions now?
I think
in that like 2-3 hour time.
I think there's more admin to keep a hot track of for sure. But I think we have to go back home and look at our armies and change them for the missions a bit because they are different, aren't they?
Yeah. Got a lot of missions are going to have like actions you can do.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them affecting the CP regeneration. Obviously, that affected you during deployment.
Yeah.
Bad habits.
Yeah.
Well, I say bad habits. It's what release you doing it, not deploying on objectives turn one.
Yeah.
Because there's no need. But
if I reckon with the new power that's come in with Tau and then with Eldar, lots more shooty stuff, and the fact that you need more troops for these actions and things, I think some of your vehicles are going to disappear, which is a shame.
I thought just pay it on buggies.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Space Marines are gonna suffer badly. They're not gonna have. Well, it depends how they go, but you can't. If they are clever with the tower and stuff and having keywords where you can't just like get all over the board really quickly and then have vehicles doing actions or people hopping out and doing actions in the turn they've got out of a vehicle or something like that, it's gonna. I don't know how you're going to get over these quicker vehicle lists with just tons of infantry. Harlequins, I think, would be really good, because even if you open up the transports, they're just going to spill out. They've got invulns. They're just going to sit there. I don't know. We'll wait and see.
I reckon that should be your next game, using the Harlequins.
I have got Harlequins.
That's a nice Harlequin army there.
Yeah, that's a nice Harlequin. I wouldn't mind using that.
Okay. All right, there you go, Luke. You do that.
Next challenge, yeah.
I'll do Ring Death Guard again for some more practice, and you can go Harlequins.
Oh, you fucking Harlequins.
There's too many rules.
Right, that wraps it up because it's getting quite late.
Yeah.
So, let us know down in the comments what you think of the new mission so far. I know this is maybe a brief battle port, but there wasn't much to it towards the second half of the game, unfortunately. Let us know down in the comments what you think, and until next time.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers for the game, guys.
Yeah, thank you.